To get access to the reactor interface, we will be going to the Tailmoon web browser, and here you would want to go to the TipIce website, which is tipice.byu.edu, and here is the unit operations page. And at the unit operations page, it shows all the different experiments in the UL lab. As you scroll down to the catalytic methanation, you can choose System 1 or System 2, and clicking these links will bring you into the interface where you can right-click and press Control VI to start changing the numbers. On the left, you have your flow rates. An important thing to know about the flow rates is to keep a sum total of 200, and you can change those numbers by typing them in or using the arrows on the sides. You have temperature control as well as pressure. To access the chromatograph software, you are going to go to UOLab GC2 online. And with this system, you'll be able to see the peaks of the different compounds flowing through the GC unit. And if this pops up, you want to upload from the instrument. So this is the interface. Down on the bottom, you'll see your peaks when you start to do your runs, as well as if the GC unit is at the right temperature. If it's green, that means it's ready. Up here is your method. It should be set at the correct one. You can change it. It'll be different for each GC unit. And to run your experiment, you'll go to Run Control and to Sample Info. And here you'll have your file name. You can name it to whatever you like. This is your path to know where it's going to be saved. And down on the bottom is your comment section where you can write any notes that describe your system. And then you'll press Run Method. And since I already ran this one, it says if I want to override it, you can say yes or no. And then if you say no, you'll have to rename your file. And you'll want to just leave this alone unless you're on the first unit in which you manually need to press Start Run. And you'll see this red line here, and that's when it starts, and you'll have a run time in this gray box here. So once your run is completed, you'll see your peaks down on this interface here, and it'll also bring up a PDF of your areas under each individual peak. And normally it'll give you a nice line and you won't have to change these, but sometimes it'll leave out the integration or the lines that it creates is not ideal, and I'll show you how you can manually change those. To do additional analysis with your peaks, you can go to the offline version. And normally you will have to do this with the first station because it has a hard time with manual integration. And up here with signals, you can choose load signal, and it'll bring up all of your files in the location. So I'll bring up the run we did. So here is the run that I did in this example. And you can go over here to OK. And you'll see we have nice integration lines with both of these peaks. And to remove it, you can use this manual integration removal. And just for an example, you can either do manual integration for positive peaks or for negative. how this works is you select it and simply click and drag to where you want the integration to take place. And as you can see, it gives us the area for that curve. And these are numbered from 1, 2, 3, as you see 1, 2, and 3. And once you are done using the GC interface, you simply exit out, press yes, and you do not need to save your changes. And just make sure to put your flow rates down to 0 and make sure all of the valves are closed, except for the helium, which we'll leave open for the GC to cool down.